Hey everyone, this is just a fun little pep talk for you all, and I just am excited because we just got back off of rally, and what's better than our product line, the company we work for, how much fun we have doing what we do. And I think what's an important message, and I really want this to, for you all to take the time to really let this soak in and really understand the value of what I'm about to tell you. And that simply is that what we have to remember in what we do as independent contractors, as accessory stylists, is that, or jewelry stylists, is that we are offering so much value to the modern day woman. But here's what I believe, and I mean this from my whole heart, okay? I want you guys to understand this. I really, truly believe that our consumer, our modern day customer, our modern day woman, the people we meet at shows, the people we hang out with, the women we even see, you know, in the stands at a soccer game, okay, do not understand what Premier can do for them, okay? They do not know what we can offer them. They do not understand the value of, you know, why they need us. That's really the simple message is they do not understand why they need Premier Designs, all right? And so when we step back and look at this, I'm gonna talk to you guys why and what I believe is something we need, what we need to do, and basically we need to be better at communicating why our consumer needs us. Okay, so for example, you know, Uber, you know, the new company that you can go no matter where you're at, you can get online, you've got an app, and you can have Uber at your fingertips. You can have a personal driver within minutes after you contact the software. But before Uber even came into existence, the consumer never really know why, you know, there was no reason for even the customer to know why Uber was important and what they would do for someone because it was non-existent, right? And so what the thing is the Uber company realized, you know what, there's a problem out there. And that problem out there is that our customers do not have reliable transportation services that are, number one, affordable, reliable, and dependable, and at a click of a button. Uber discovered those problems and then built a company around it and said, here's how we can help you. But here's what they did. They communicated to the consumer. This is why you will love our company. This is why you need our app, okay? Now, I want you to think of it in Premier terms. We've been around a while, so Premier's been around 30 years. But I will tell you, we're more valuable in the marketplace than we were 14 years ago when I got in. Why are we more valuable? I think clearly we're more valuable because that modern day woman that we're talking about doesn't have time to pull her look together. But guess what? The world demands that her look is put together, okay? That busy day, that every modern day woman wears many hats, all right? And she has a closet full of clothes and feels like she has nothing to wear. She's going to more events, she's involved in more things. She wants to look her best, but she doesn't have time to figure out how to do that, right? So we have to think of, just like Uber did, what do we do as Premier Designs accessory stylists to say, wait a second, how can we make this easier for a busy woman? Right? So I want to tell you, one thing I've been doing is at my shows that I would think are great ways to bring the communication out and communicate and articulate why you're valuable to that woman that's sitting at the couch that has no reason, understanding of why she needs you. Because frankly, the fact of the matter is, if you haven't heard, I'm too busy for a show, or those home parties aren't the thing anymore, or I don't like how we do those circles of jewelry shows and friends, and then it never seems like we get out of it. I mean, whatever crazy reason you're hearing why people are saying, I'm not sure if I really need that jewelry thing anymore to do. You know, we have to be able to look and say, we have to be able to proactively communicate. All right? Because really, right now, what we're doing on a whole is we're reacting to what the consumer is telling us. We're not being in a proactive state like Uber and saying why we are solving women's problems, what we can do to help them. So, for example, you might say at the start of your show, you know what, I just want to keep it real with you all, and I want to get some insight from all of you. And I want to like to know if you agree with what I'm saying. You just go ahead and raise your hand. But I've got just a few simple questions so I can kind of sort things out. And this is what I say. How many of you are women on the run who feel like you wear many hats? Maybe a taxi driver hat. Maybe you're the head of the household hat. Maybe you're the bill paying hat. Maybe you're the day job. You're working hard in your day job, but then when you get out of your day job, it's managing your family and getting them to sports and activities. So the list goes on, but how many of you feel like you're a woman that wears many hats? Raise your hand. How many of you as women feel like, you know, you've got a laundry list of things to do, and typically you're last on the list? To do something for yourself is last on the list. Typically, it's all the other things that you have to accomplish, and it's usually for others or for your family. Raise your hand. How many of you, if you do not schedule time with your friends or your family, it's just not going to happen. You just don't call your friend up out of the blue and say, hey, let's hang out. That most often now it's got to be a scheduled situation, because if you don't schedule that relationship time, you won't do it. Raise your hand. How many of you feel like, my gosh, I mean, the last thing I have time for is fashion magazines. I can look at my closet, but I will tell you, I feel like I have nothing to wear. And you've got events or things to attend that you think, you know, I just never feel like I have the right thing to wear, or I ever feel pulled together, or I ever feel like, you know, I can make sense out of what I already have. So I'm not getting good use out of what I already have in that closet. Raise your hand. How many of you feel like, gosh, you love to take the time to go out and spend an hour or two to go shopping, but the reality is, where are you going to fit that in your busy, crazy day? You know, it's almost like a drudgery to think about shopping now. And the online experience of to consider to shop online, it's always a 50-50 gamble, because with jewelry and clothing, you can't feel, see, or touch it. You can't try it on. So you never know ultimately what it's going to be like. And so it's not an experience, it's just convenience. Raise your hand. Well, I can tell you all from the bottom of my heart, that's why we're all here tonight, because I believe that I can add so much value to you all, because I think you are women who wear many hats, and the problems that I can solve for you are pretty simple. I'm going to be able to save you time and money, and the outlook of how to pull your look together without feeling like you have to constantly go out and buy new things. How you can recycle and update what you have. How to make smart decisions, smart purchases that will give you much more mileage when it comes to your working wardrobe. Okay, we're going to give you simple solutions on how to pull your look together. Okay, that will create endless looks and opportunities for you in the future. So I'm excited, because not only are we going to do all of that, but you also are going to be able to have fun girl time. You're also going to be able to appreciate taking that relaxation time and be able to have a girls' night in and relax with your friends and family. So at the end of the day, what does this do? This kills 5 birds with 1 stone. This accomplishes everything that you would love to be able to accomplish in one place at one time. We bring the trends to you, we bring the shopping to you. And I'm excited that I get to do that for you. Okay? Do you guys see how much value that adds? Do you see how much more sense that makes to someone who goes, now I see why this is valuable? Maybe I need to do one of these shows. Maybe I need to pull my friends together and do the same. Maybe there is a lot of sense to all this. Do you guys understand there's nobody in the industry, that does what we are doing? They don't offer what we offer. I mean, there are very few jewelry companies even left out there, but the ones that are out there, they're not providing a service or an experience. And I think what we have to understand is people need and still want that. And that is how we're so different. And that's how we've built our businesses, why we're solid and why we continue to stay solid as a company. So I want you to get excited about that and re-energized by that, because I can tell you one thing for sure. That is the very thing that we have to do, is to be able to communicate strongly how we are solving problems for that everyday, busy, modern day woman. And I will tell you, we are the answer to her prayers, honestly. And so I'm excited to share this with you. We'll continue to be talking about this, continue to address this. And I will tell you, if you take on this mindset, you will have a business that you'll be so busy with that you will not be able to know what to do with when it comes to yourself and staying busy. Remember, you're a free stylist for them for the evening, a free consultant for the evening. Where can you go? Get a free consultant. Where can you go and get all that we accomplish at a style show? Oh, and plus a shopping spree on top of it. Nowhere. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, and I want to let you know that this is mindset, is the mindset you need to have for this fall selling season. I'll talk to you guys soon.